passing play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
He stopped short of that first down marker. It's going to bring up 4th and 3.
All right, so you get the completion, and maybe this is a more manageable 4th down opportunity.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. Play fake, looking to throw. He's got it, enough for a first down. You make the tackle, but it's enough for a 4th down conversion to keep this opening drive alive.
Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Second down after the incompletion. Looking for some space. It's Hill. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Scanning the field. It's Moore. Here comes the rush. He makes the grab. Goes out of bounds, but a nice chunk of yardage there. He's across the 45. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake on first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
It's so important as a quarterback that you understand the momentum of the game and the possession, and they're able to gain some yards on that last snap and then give it all back on this snap. This quarterback's got to do a better job understanding the situation and maintaining the momentum of the drive.
Oh, that one's picked off. Could take it all the way. Oh, he's bringing it back. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A huge defensive score.
Chris, I've never felt this big of a swing of emotion in my life. This place was amped up and ready to go. Home team on the field, their offense on the field, this unit that they believe in so much, and they turn it over, and not only a turnover, it goes back for 6. You can hear a pin drop in this stadium. I've never heard thousands of people this quiet in my life.
First play of the drive now from the 25. On first down, it's play action. Caught quickly. Goes out of bounds, but a solid gain. He's just short of the 40.
They're doing such a good job of recognizing coverage. Watches the wide receiver, sees that it's man, so he continues to run in his route. And as a quarterback, you've got to understand that your window is going to be tighter. You're not looking for an open gap. No, you're trying to look for a window and a matchup that you like. He finds it with his wide receiver.
Got an opening here. Oh, what a spin. It's caught. He's got room. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Oregon. They were not going to catch him that time.
Chris, I always talk about it. Timing and accuracy from the quarterback create these yards after the catch. And here he's able to put the ball on time and on target. And it affords the wide receiver the ability to run after the catch zone. That is beautiful football, offensive football 101.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Breaking into the clear. Here he goes. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, you can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball, and you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts, the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And the wideout goes in motion.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
They'll tackle him at the 27. Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep down the left side. And this is dropped.
Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
You're rolling to your right like that as a right-handed quarterback. I love the idea of trying to take a shot down the field. You can see it really well. You've got the momentum, and you can throw it accurately moving that direction, but they're just unable to connect.
Looking to throw. It's Moore.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Breaks into the open. Takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
They have completely taken over the game with this defense. They're aggressive. It's their second score. And I got to tell you, you just are going to win 100% of the time your defense puts it in the end zone twice. What a job by this group.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Hill. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down.
Looking deep downfield to the left.
The QB throws his third pick of the day. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Oh, and a big play by this elite corner. Joel, he told us they better not try me today. I'm going to make him pay. Here goes.
And, Chris, it's that confidence that just sets him apart. He knows that if the ball is in the air, he can go get it. He turns into a wide receiver. I can't believe they're throwing it his direction. As a quarterback, you've got to be aware of where he...
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
It's Georgia on top right now. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. And as we flip the field to begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And now the handoff. And the defense brings him down.
I mean, the whole goal of that last play, Chris, is just to give yourself a chance on third down. And after that run play, they're able to do that. Now you can line up and get into something that you want from a passing perspective and let your quarterback go to work. That's a really nice job by the running back, and they create a situation where they can move the chains here on third.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up fourth down.
It's so difficult to present pressure on the quarterback in a short yardage situation, and the defense is able to do it. That's a really nice job by this defensive coordinator and this defensive front getting home on third down.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on 2nd, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
2nd down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Moore. And here comes a deep shot.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ducks. And the home crowd here is unhinged.
Chris, anytime you've got these post routes built into the concept and you see quarters coverage with the safety down, that's the first read. It's an alert on the outside. As soon as that safety stays down, throw it up over the top. Beautiful read by the quarterback. That's a great throw and a touchdown for this offense.
Automatic on the PAT. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop full behind the line of scrimmage.
Excellent play by this defense, getting that tackle for loss and creating a 2nd and long. And now from an offensive perspective, just get half of this back. This next snap is about creating 3rd and manageable. It's not about moving the chains.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
A sack like that on 2nd down is a drive killer. Now 3rd and forever, and now this pass rush, you know it's going to have their ears pinned back. You are in a one-way go. This is a perfect opportunity to try to throw a screen, maybe a draw.
He's got a crease.
Well, sometimes you just got to protect the quarterback from himself. And as a play caller, you got to understand the pass rush has been good. You've been taking some big negative plays. Just hand the football off and punt it away. That quarterback is clearly rattled. Get him on the sidelines. Try to calm him down.
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 4th down. They'll try to run for it.
Open field ahead. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare.
The Dogs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Well, Chris, a lot of people call this a gutsy call. I just think it's crazy. Going for it on 4th down inside your own 20. But hey, if you get it, you look like a genius as a coach. Now you've got to establish some momentum with this offense. The back is always a good option in the passing game, and the quarterback knows that he has a guy that is very consistent catching the ball out of the backfield. I think the defense is going to have to adjust. This is a first down. It's an easy first down. They're going to have to start doing something in their scheme to stop the running back out of the backfield.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. The shotgun handoff here. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Now they call a run. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Offense getting set. It's second down. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
What an outstanding job by the defense. The route was timed perfectly. It was a good throw, but it's just better defense to prevent the touchdown. Now this offense has got...
It's caught, and he's got a lane. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
That is a big conversion on third down, in particular in this area of the field. It looked like that defense was going to force a field goal opportunity. Now you're set up with first and goal. You got to punch this one into the end zone. Pay off that nice third down conversion.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Caught in the end zone. They throw for the score.
Tight ends are such a threat in this area of the field. And, Chris, you've got to go to the matchups, the big body players. This is like basketball on grass. Post them up, throw it in the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Gonna run it. It's Hill. Gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And looking for a big play here. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but there's a penalty marker on the field. And that PI call is going to give them one more untimed play in the half. To throw, it's Moore. It's another deep shot. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And the return starts from inside the 20. They get him down to the 33 after a solid return. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They're fortunate to have the lead at the break with those pass protection problems. Let's see if they can clean that up here in the third quarter. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
The quickest way to impact the passing game is to impact the timing of the passing game. And that's why this defensive staff talked to us about getting to the quarterback. And even if you're not hitting him, even if you're not sacking him, make him feel that pressure. And here he's clearly hurried, and that leads to the incompletion.
Offense comes up on 2nd and 5 after the penalty.
the ball behind the line. Ball scooped up on the defense. The offense will begin now with excellent field position. Play action here on first down. Rolling to his left outside the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Ball carrier tackled there.
This is exactly what this defense wanted to do right here, Chris. They told us in our meetings that when this quarterback left the pocket, they wanted to make sure that they were contacting him with physicality and toughness, and that's exactly what happens here.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter.
Back to throw. It's Moore. Football comes out. The defense has got it. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage.
And here's the handoff.
Sees an opening. Break. Here he goes. At the 30 now. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and suddenly we're looking at a first-and-goal situation. Give it to the back again.
They bring him down, but not before he gets to the 5-yard line.
Man, this is tough sledding down here when you get into these goal-to-go situations, continuing to try to run the football. It is about movement and leverage. This offensive line has got to get low. They got to keep those legs moving, and these running backs, I tell you what, get behind your pads and get physical. Well, Chris, it is really difficult as a quarterback to throw the football from this field position. You're inside the 10-yard line. It's all about timing and your decision-making. Here, I feel like he just forced this football, maybe a tough...
Intercepted in the end zone. On the return, he'll be tackled in the end zone. A touchback.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The fumble the last time out, symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole.
On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
If you're going to be great at this position, you've got to have a short memory, and that's being tested today. You've got all these interceptions, and yet down in this game soon, you've got to sling it. And I tell you, that's a beautiful throw, and certainly a confidence builder after a real shaky start to this game.
Pressure is coming.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick, he's got nothing to do but protect the football. And thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
Back to pass. It's Moore. On the move now.
Going to try to use his legs here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, tomorrow when this quarterback coach grades this film, he's going to put a plus next to this play for the quarterback. Not only does he make the right read, but he picks up a nice bit of yardage, and he avoids the hit and steps out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about.
Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
Oh, I love the chess match right now between these two coordinators. You can tell the defense set up to stop the pass. It's 3rd and long. Yeah, you would anticipate that, and that's exactly what the offensive coordinator anticipated. He goes to the run play for a nice, solid gain. I think they can go for it on 4th down here.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do.
On a tackle made, but it's enough for a 1st down.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly.
Wide open downfield.
That's a big hit at the end, but able to fresh set of downs.
It could be so easy to spiral here mentally. He's played so poorly, all these turnovers, the interceptions, but you're down in this game, and this is do or die. You've got to go out there and sling it down the field. This is a great start. Build from this point forward because there's no tomorrow.
Tries the right with a quick throw, and he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Chris, I thought that was a really good job by the quarterback, finding his running back, and he just drops it. Now you've got to go and be a leader. This is when a quarterback really makes his hay. You go up to your teammate and say, hey, I need you later in this game. Shake it off.
He escapes the pocket. Deep throw across his body to the left. It's incomplete. A dangerous pass there. Almost picked off in the end zone.
Well, Chris, that is a massive opportunity missed from this defense. This series gets all the way down inside the red zone, and now they're throwing the ball into the end zone, and they've got a chance to pick that one off. You've got to secure the ball. Oh, man. As my guys always say, this is why he plays defense.
Offense trying to convert again on fourth down. They'll go for it. Looking to throw. It's Moore. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me?
Look out, he's in the clear. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the... marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. It's Georgia on top right now. And they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, this might be the only way to stop this quarterback. He is so good. If he sits back there and gets a rhythm, he's going to pick apart this defense. And rather than trying to come up with some intricate coverage or confuse him in coverage, they're trying to get after him and hurry him in the pocket. And that is working on this snap. This is the game plan. This is...
Hold on, Joe. Looks like this offense is going to go for it on fourth down on their own end of the field. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense. That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out. Looking to throw it on first down.
Moves out of the pocket. He's hit as he throws it. Makes the catch downfield.
They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. To throw, it's Moore. Bringing pressure. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football, create contact to knock it.
There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Scooped up in the defense.
Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Georgia. And the defense... Folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Texas A&M Aggies against the Georgia Bulldogs. Holly Rowe joins us now from her ringside vantage point. Holly?
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I am challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. The Bulldogs will kick this deep, begin the game. Turner looking to make a play here. Oh, and he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. That's a very nice return. Stepping out of bounds puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. And the Aggies come to the line in a hurry up. Hands off to the left. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The defense trying to dig in here on this opening drive. It's 3rd down and inches. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down. Offense in hurry-up mode. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Well, this is why 1st and 2nd down success is so critical. You give yourself a 3rd and short, and now you can throw it or run it. And a lot of us thought they were going to run it here, but you can still put this ball in the air, and the quarterback is able to get a nice completion, and they're able to move the chains.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over it that time.
Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that well, and sure enough, defense is ready for it.
To the air, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Well, Chris, it wasn't technically a pass breakup, but there was nowhere to go if he even caught that. And in fact, I feel like he was even hearing some of the footsteps. You can kind of understand the drop because the defense was all over him.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and they've got him for a sack on 3rd down.
Well, it's tough for a quarterback on 3rd and long, but they just don't get the protection right here. There's nobody open. The offense is not executing at a high level. They need to get routes right at the sticks so the quarterback can get the ball out of his hands. It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Fields, touchdown.
What a weapon he is in the return game. I tell you, when he gets one little seam, you can see the explosiveness and the speed. He found it, he's got the vision, and he takes it all the way back for 6.
And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Aggies offense back out there. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. The Aggies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Scanning the field. It's Reed.
Chris, here's the thing with these run plays to the wide receiver, the tight end, something.
And it's Hall, man, what a catch. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. That massive play moves it across midfield to the plus 42. First down.
This is just beautiful offense here. Quarterback playing with great timing. Wide receiver understands the defense that he's looking at. He's in the right spot, in the right timing, and the play caller has trust and faith in what he sees on the field and in his players. This is just quality stuff all the way around.
That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw again. This time, a completion.
Oh, he's got open space.
They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Oh, they bring him down just short of the end zone. They'll spot it at the 1.
Looking to pass here on second down.
On the move now. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Phillips. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Here's the second down play. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. It's a draw play. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Running out of time in the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Humphreys. As we break for the quarter, it's Texas A&M on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll run it with the draw play. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
Well, I love that execution on third down. It's about moving the chains, and it's about matchups. He goes to his wide receiver, who you clearly know he loves throwing to in big situations, and they're on the same page again for a first down.
Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again.
This one sails through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Chris, this is a risky throw. You're trying to get that ball into tight coverage in the end zone. Boy, the last thing you want here is a turnover. In my mind, in this situation, it is touchdown, check down. If you don't have that guy open, you got to check the ball down.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Ending off on the draw play. Powering through. Now tackle him well short of the marker. Brings up 4th down. We'll see if they try out the field goal team. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit.
He made it. 3 points on the board.
We're all tied up now.
Well, that's a confidence boost for this team. It's a good quality drive, and you ended in points. I know they would have rather been in the end zone, but again, getting points on the board in this situation, that's solid for them.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, and second down and 11. To the air, it's Reed.
He escapes the pocket.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on first down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Defense is coming after him.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down. Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it on 4th down on their own side.
Trying for a 4th down completion.
Moves out of the pocket.
On the run here, lets it go. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? And the pass is complete to the tight end.
Touchdown, Dogs.
This offense really clicking.
This is exactly what you're trying to do, is take advantage of quality situations, and here they're set up with great field position. You walk on the field as a quarterback specifically, and you're telling your guys, we got to punch this in the end zone. That's exactly what they did.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And the returner forced out at the 15. That's where the drive will start. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Receiver makes the catch. He's stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
Getting set. Here's second down.
Here comes the pressure. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it again. He'll be sacked. The defense swarms him on third and long. Pulled down and very long, but the offense is still on the field. They're going to go. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Incomplete, a huge fourth down stand by this defense. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. The offense is set up with excellent field position. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Can he get there? They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a second and short. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. Dogs looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. Coming up, second down and goal. Caught near the goal line. Gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, there's only one objective when you run onto the field as an offense and you've got great field position like they had, and that's to stick it in the end zone, and they're able to do that. Capitalizing on those opportunities, that's what good teams do.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Dropping back. It's Reed. The short hands. It's Owens. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Looking for a receiver. Oh, the pocket collapsing. And the ball is picked off. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
This is such a great job by this pass rush, making themselves known in this game. You can see they get to the quarterback, and they're hitting him as he throws, and that's what causes the errant pass and the interception. Credit the defensive line here. That doesn't go in their stat sheet, but that's why they're able to get this football.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Coming after him. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Dangerous throw. You cannot make that throw. You can't throw it across your body, but in particular when you're getting hit. I really love this pass rush. Look how aggressive they are. They're getting into the backfield, making life difficult on this quarterback. I think they're speeding up his clock. You can tell he's just not thinking the way he normally thinks, because that is not the decision that we've seen him normally make.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. We got a timeout here taken by the Aggies. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He got it. The field goal's good. And they add to their lead.
Well, that's just a great job by the defense, Chris. That's a sudden change turnover, that defense has to go out there, and they're already in field goal range, and they hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win for that defense.
And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
He's got room to run. Look out.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
They've got to change something up on defense because this defensive line is just not holding up. They're not winning at the line of scrimmage. These are huge, massive holes being created by the O-line, and the back is just taking advantage of it. They're going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run.
Back to pass. It's Stockton. The pressure's on.
Took contact on the throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Running with purpose. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. The Dogs hustle to the line to run the hurry out. Try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Dogs will look to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man.
And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down.
Touchdown, Georgia. They continue to roll up the score.
Just been a dominant day from this group, and now a big lead here in the second half. It's so difficult to stop this offense. Their defense has played well. That's led to this huge lead.
And the point after is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Dropping back. It's Reed. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. That's another big play for this defense. And for the offense, the struggles continue today.
He's just been off all day, Chris, and he hasn't been able to recover from these mistakes and these early turnovers, and now multiple turnovers on the day. Again, I've always said, true mark of a quarterback, how do you respond to mistakes? And today, he just has not responded well.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw.
Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
That is not how you want to start this drive. Other than turning it over, that's about the worst thing that can happen. Now they're way behind the chains and they're off schedule. And Chris, at this point, you're looking to maybe get half of this back. The only thing that you should be trying to do on this second down play call is get to a position where you've got third and manageable to try to move the sticks.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Touchdown, Dogs. Too much speed for the defense.
Chris, it's such a simple route, and yet it's a huge play for this offense. The real key here is the timing and the ball placement. If you can do that as a quarterback, you create the yards after the catch for the wide receiver, and he's able to take it the distance for a touchdown.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So the drive begins with the offense backed up at the 2-yard line. Heading left after the handoff. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And the Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And the tailbacks got it again. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Well, when you're in a backed-up situation offensively, there's really one objective, and that is to create at least one, maybe 2 first downs in order to reestablish field position. Well, now, objective achieved. Now you can get into this point where you're thinking about going down and scoring.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it.
Looking to scramble. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB.
And he's wrapped up after a solid.
Oh, it's another mistake from this quarterback as he's trying to get his team back in the game. That's costly, Joel.
So costly. Clearly trying to force it down the field, trying to get all of this back in one throw. But as we know, Chris, comebacks are like puzzles. It's one piece at a time. You can't get it all back with one throw. And if he continues to force it, he'll continue to make these mistakes.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And the completion made. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down. Looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Humphries. They can't stop him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. And so the drive starts with pretty decent field position. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin from the 33. Trying to find some room. It's Owens. Oh, and he fumbles. The ball bounces out of bounds, and the offense will hold on to possession. Now it's 2nd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down.
Back to throw. It's Reed. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. It's Georgia on top right now. This has been a beatdown, and the stats at the end of 3 reflect that.
full-site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs against the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Joel Klatt. Holly Rose on the sidelines experiencing the weather conditions today. Hey, Holly.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Holly. We'll see how these teams continue to adjust to these weather conditions. And the Ducks will kick this deep to start us off. Bringing it out, it's Phillips. To be tackled at the 17, strong job. Coverage team. Wideout's now clustered. To throw, it's Stockton. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Goes out of bounds, but a solid gain. He's just short of the 40.
This is great recognition by the quarterback. He sees that soft spot in the defense for his slot wide receiver, and then as a wide receiver, you've got to have a feel for that coverage and that space. They're on the same page, and it creates a nice completion there for the offense.
Makes the ground. It's Frazier. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? It's a foot race. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Georgia.
What an incredible weapon it is to have a running back like this, to throw it to him out of the backfield, and how about an open space? He makes people miss, gets to the end zone. What a huge touchdown early in this game.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, this is a magnificent job by this defense. You get these toss sweeps, and here's the deal. You've got to secure the edge and use leverage out there, and they do a great job of that, and the running back has to get himself back in the interior. Once he does that, he's running right back into the pursuit of the defense, and, Chris, there's nowhere to go. That's a great stop.
They look to throw it here on second down. Just flings it out of bounds, and pass rush closing in. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Really impressive assignment football from this defense. You got to set the edge, and then you got to pursue, and you got to run after that football hard. And this defense is able to do it, and then they're able to make the tackle on the outside. I love a defense that'll get after it from an effort perspective. Look at these guys run to make the tackle.
Here comes the rush. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling
it on 3rd and very long.
Looking for a man deep on the right side.
And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
I tell you, you got to play well on 3rd down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a...
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Pressure is coming.
Back-to-back deep shots.
Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs. So, the defense gets a stop. Offense turns it over on downs. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The RPO caught to the right.
They finally stop him all the way down at the 6-yard line.
The Bulldogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal.
Tackle is made, but the ball will be spotted at the 4.
This is a great example from this defense of how to stop the RPO. 1, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And Chris, once he does so, then you fly to the football. You play with great effort, and you tackle in space, which they're able to do. Chris, in these big environments and these big games, it's usually about the plays that are made that determine a game. But this one is about a play that is not made. I think we're going to be thinking about this one the rest of the day.
And he will be stuffed for no gain. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit.
Well, deciding to run it on 3rd down there and feel like it's a signal that they're going to go for it on 4th down. You've got to get this ball in the end zone if you can. Best play call available. Quarterback's got to make a decision. I believe that they've got to go for this one.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. That is broken up and incomplete.
Great defense here and really good timing, because anytime you're going to bat that ball away, there's always a chance you're going to arrive too early and create a pass interference. But here the defender times it perfectly, swats it away for an incompletion.
And is intercepted. He could go.
Past the 20, at the 10.
Touchdown, Dogs. The defense produces 6 points.
Chris, we got the big man touchdown alert. Look at this guy. He's able to get his hands on the football and all the way back to the end zone for 6. And this is when you see the real party. Look at his teammates and how excited they are. You get a big man in the end zone, it's going to be a party.
Bringing it out. It's Moore. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Great job up front by this defensive line. These linebackers, you can see that this quarterback was a bit confused. He hands the football off on the RPO, but there's nowhere to go. No gain. Great job by this defense.
The pass rush closing in. With pressure and sack, and will be tackled inside the 10. Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Moore.
A deep shot right down the middle. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Chris, they're kind of forced into that situation. Really, it was a product of the sack on the last play. And now you've got to force the ball down the field. Never want to be in.
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's looking deep again. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop. And they're stopped. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, does this coach think that it's the second half? Why is he going for it right here? There is no reason whatsoever. This is going to lead directly to a score for his opponent. This is crazy.
Motion now from the tight end. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. And the quarterback dropping back, looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That is a difficult throw, Chris. You're throwing into some tight windows in this position on the field. You just got to be careful with the football. The last thing you want to do is put this ball in harm's way and create a turnover. This quarterback has got to be more careful.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. It's Georgia on top right now. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on fourth down. It's a draw play. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. Defense makes the stop. That'll be a turnover on downs. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Second down after that run on the previous play. Brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. The Ducks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Well, we knew that they were going to try to get this wide receiver the ball in creative ways. Here in the run game, I really love this design, but the defense was also ready for it. If we know what's coming, certainly they do, and they were ready for that play.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. See if they can punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Delayed handoff. They bring him down, but not before he gets to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Scanning the field. It's Stockton. On the move now. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They go to the air to reach the end zone.
Having a guy like this in this area of the field is like a warm blanket for a quarterback. He knows that he's got the big body, tight end, great hands. That's a matchup that they can exploit, and he does so for a touchdown here. Chris, that's a beautiful throw by this quarterback.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Stewart. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So 2nd and 6 now. Going to pick up 4 on 1st. Wants to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Hill. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, I like the...
Hold on, Joe. Looks like this offense is going to go for it on fourth down at their own end of the field.
And it's a direct snap. He's got space. He makes the tackle, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs. He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a first down with plenty to spare. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. It's Moore. A deep shot to the left side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's great if you hit these shots down the field early in the game, but they really serve two purposes. One, yes, you're trying to connect. But two, also keeping the defense honest. They cannot inch up near the line of scrimmage to stop the run. Now, this should produce some level of openness for that run game. I would expect them to get back to that here in the next series or two. Try to pound that rock.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Touchdown, Oregon. Great connection there for 6 points. That was huge. We talked about the importance of this drive. It's been a struggle fighting from behind in this game, but now to cut into the lead before halftime. How important is that, Joel?
So important. That was a vital drive for this group, for their momentum and for their self-belief. And now they can go in at halftime and make some adjustments. You can take the success of that drive and you can build on it and potentially come out and have much more success in the third quarter and fourth quarter.
They're set now to try the PAT. Extra point is good. They cut it to 17 now, 24-7. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Phillips. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Looking for his back. Caught near the sticks. It's Frazier. Tackle made after a big gain.
It is such an advantage for an offense to have a running back that can get on the outside and catch the football, in particular when a defense wants to run man coverage. You can see this is a mismatch here. He's faster than the linebacker, and he gets the ball and gets a nice gain down the field.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Important 2nd down play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss in the play. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He escapes the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
What a great job by this pass rush. On 3rd down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's 4th down.
And the returner heads out of bounds. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Taking a shot deep down the right side. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Dropping back. It's Moore. Looking for his big tight end. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on 3rd down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense has got to change something up.
A deep shot to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play.
The Ducks will signal for their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. And the Ducks with 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw.
It's another deep shot.
Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You cannot miss a wide-open wide receiver down the field. That's a big play, a huge play. Could have broken this game wide open. You've got to step through your drop back and, if anything, underthrow that ball. This cannot go over his head.
Throws it to the right.
Oh, he makes the catch.
And now Oregon will spend their 2nd timeout. They still have 1 more in their pocket the rest of the half. The Ducks are going to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to throw it from the red zone.
He lets it go. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Could take it all the way.
They bring him down, but a chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
Chris, not all turnovers are equal. This one clearly is going to hurt the rest of the day. You drive all the way down inside the red zone, feel like you've got points right there for you, and you turn the football over. Credit the defense, bow in their neck, but that is a big mistake here offensively.
Pulls it in. It's Frazier. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. To throw, it's Stockton. Bringing pressure. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Defense is playing well in all areas here. First, the pressure on the quarterback. He's clearly hurried, and because of that, I didn't feel like this was the best read. He just kind of jumps at it and throws it right into double cover.
The shotgun running play call. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Will kick it deep to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the 3rd quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Well, Chris, finally they get that run game going. I've been asking them to run it better on 1st down. They finally do, and here, lo and behold, they move the chains. Good job up front. Running back gets loose, and now you got a 1st down.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, I just get the sense that this quarterback is rushing. He goes through his reads. I think he does that a little quickly. He tries to get to the check down, throw this ball short, and he's unable to connect. He's jumping at the throws. Again, he's got to relax and establish some sort of...
It's a fumble. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Moore. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Breaks into the open. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way back for a pick 6. Touchdown, Georgia.
This is a massive momentum switch in this game. It looks like the offense is going to be able to get some points, and then the defense steps in front of the pass, and it's a pick 6 going the other direction, really breaking this game open a little bit.
Bringing it out. It's Moore. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's looking deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. A massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. He goes out of bounds, but they're inside the 20.
He's got such great awareness once he gets close to that sideline. And you can tell he understands he just needs the 1 foot. He secures the ball, foot down. That's a catch, and that's a first down.
He's running out of time here. The tight end's got it on the corner route. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Right back in this football game. That's a big score here in the third quarter to try to cut into that deficit. And this is a very different feel now with the defense coming on the field. You get a stop, get the ball back for an offense that's created some momentum.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And he's got it, the 2-point conversion. Cuts the lead to 16, a 2-score game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. There's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back to pass. It's Stockton. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
This is exactly what this defense wanted to do. As they talked to us in our meetings leading up to this game, they said, we got to hurry this quarterback, get him off of his spot, and disrupt the timing of the passing game. And here, he is clearly hurried by this pass rush.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep to the right side. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up 4th down. Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it on 4th down on their own side. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Defense is coming after him. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete, a 4th down stop. Decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here over the defense? Come up with a stop. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, other than turning it over, that's about the worst way you can start a possession. Now you're way behind the chains, looking to maybe get half of it back here. Try to create, I guess, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, so that you've got some chance to convert on 3rd.
Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Brought down after the return, but a huge takeaway at this moment. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Here comes the pressure. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball under the 36. The Dogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, I don't know how the big tight end gets that open in the middle of the field. Somebody has got to target the tight end in coverage. That's an easy throw and catch, and as a quarterback, I will take it all day long. My tight end's open, bang, complete. This is to defend, but it always ends up being tough to defend. The linebackers have to get back into their pass sets. If it's sold correctly on the offensive side, it puts a lot of pressure on that second level, and here they're just not able to react and get back into those run fits.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Huge play. Moves the ball down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Looking to throw here. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Grab down the middle. It's Humphreys. Brought that at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Man, my favorite thing about corners is when they're aggressive.
This is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the Georgia Bulldogs against the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt here in the booth, and joined on the field by Holly Rowe. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Guys?
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. First play looking to throw it. Lets it go quickly.
Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on third down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the third down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on first down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on first down is setting them up for success here down the line.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Brought down quickly, but not before a big gain. Moving to the 35. The Canes will try to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Coming after him. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. And completion makes it 2nd down. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaking tackles and going. They get him down after the return, but that interception could be enormous.
Chris, this quarterback better have a short memory because on the first series you come out and throw that interception, there is a lot of game left. You don't want this guy to go in the tank. Someone better get in his ear on the sideline, tell him to calm down.
Off the play fake on first down. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Dogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Here comes the up-tempo offense. To throw, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. They get the 3rd down conversion. First down now from the 37. The Bulldogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on 3rd down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, they can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway. They're one of the star players on this defense. Couldn't make it. So 2nd down after the incompletion. A play action looking to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught in the open. Powering through the defender. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, that's a big completion down the field. And it sets them up in the red zone. Now they're in the scoring area, and they've got to capitalize on a series that gets down into this area of the field.
And the Bulldogs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle made short of the goal line, but they'll spot it at the 2. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! They strike first in this national title bout. And for this offense, that possession was more like it. Maybe they flushed out some of the early nerves in this championship game, really executed that time to jump on top.
I totally agree. That first series, it really didn't look like them. We've covered them all year long, in particular down this stretch run, and that first series really was wasn't what they were all about. But this is the brand of football that we have seen over the last few weeks. It's efficient, it's physical, and in particular on the outside, these guys can go and get it. So beautiful drive right there and sticking it in the end zone, garnering that early momentum, huge for a national championship game.
And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the football. That's a fly to the wideout. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
An outstanding job defensively, reading that pass, stepping in front for the interception, but then immediately turning it into offense on the other side. Look at these guys getting blocks, finding the open lane, and taking it back for 6.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On first down, it's play action. Quick throw over the middle. What a catch! They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They move the ball to the 41. A new set of downs after that completion. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Well, they've been able to establish the passing game, but I still think it's important that they run the football and stay balanced. They're going to need to do that the rest of this game.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side.
He's picked for a third time tonight.
He could go.
Past the 50.
Will not be brought down.
Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense. It's Georgia on top right now. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
And the pressure's on.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. To the air. It's Stockton.
Moves out of the pocket.
Didn't see anybody open. Just throws it away. That's not going to bring up third down. Going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense choosing to go for it here on fourth down.
Draw to the back. Got an opening here. Bring him down, but not before he converts that third down play. He'll be ruled down there, but a fourth down conversion with plenty to spare.
Oh, that's demoralizing for a defense. They had him. It's fourth and long, and to give up a run play.
The ball is loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He'll take a deep shot.
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged.